Alright, this is Jaecash and you tuned in to Wallydtv. Hit that subscribe button.
Ooh, Trelly bringing them bags in.
What's up, world? Welcome back to Wallydtv. We got my homeboy Jaecash in the building.
What's good? What's good?
What's good with you, dog?
Man, just living, man. Blessed. Just enjoying life right now, man.
Hey, man, when I tell y'all this man work is everywhere, man. Let me tell you, first of all, if you ain't seen the sweater he got on, and all the baggage, you know what I'm saying? All got on, you know what I'm saying? Everybody got on the Jaecash. Shot by Cash.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, man, I wanna thank you for pulling up on me, man, for real.
Oh, you know
appreciate it, man.
And, you know.
But look, for the people who don't know nothing about you, let them know a little bit about yourself, where you from.
Okay.
How you got your start.
Yeah, Jaecash. I'm from Raleigh, North Carolina. Been here all my life. Joined the military when I was 17. I really got into photography and videography when it was about 2004. I bought my first camera.
All right. Well, what was the first camera you had?
All right, so first camera I had was a Nikon D3200. I bought it from my homeboy. He came in my crib one day. He had, oh man, I got a camera. And I'm thinking to myself, like, man, you don't know what to do with that camera, man. And so he had it for about a week and realized he didn't know, he wasn't interested in doing it. Kind of just got it because it was on sale. So I pretty much persuaded him to sell me the camera because I really wanted it. And he was like, you know what? I need you to take pictures while I'm at the women's empowerment banquet anyway. He had bought a table. So I was like, all right, cool. Just let me try it out. If it works out, I'll buy the camera for you. And I ended up buying the camera. And that was my first camera, Nikon D3200.
What was the it growing up that forced you into the camera? Cause see, to me, it was like steps. My grandfather, without me paying attention.
Right.
Like, my grandfather had a camera, but I didn't. And I would possibly think that I wanted to be an actor, but I think I have the eye of good work. So I was looking at it one way, like I want to be an actor, but I think I see great work. I don't know.
No, I know what you're saying, man, because for me, it was sort of the same reason. My uncle was in the military, and my grandma was telling me this before she passed. He was a collector of like just cameras. And as growing up, I never noticed it until she told me, and by that time he had passed away. And I'm going through his pictures. I'm like, this has always been in my bloodline. And I found out that her son did the same thing. So it was just like, it was crazy. Like, so my great uncle did it, then my uncle, her son did it too. So, but basically I wanted to be actor too, man. I was like, man, you know, we was doing church plays, and I was going to Broughton. I was in a drama class, and I really wanted to get into acting and film, but I didn't know how to do it. But on a side note, I was filming the basketball games, which was crazy. So it was always like a hidden talent inside of me that was just there, and I just never really tapped into it.
Are you self-taught?
Yes, YouTube University. Shout out to Media House, Vision 20, Proper Console. My homeboys, they all taught me about lighting and the camera settings and stuff like that. So yeah, that's how I learned.
And all of them are dope.
Oh man, I'm telling you, bro. Like, I went to Marcus of Vision 20 when I didn't understand the aperture and the ISO, and then once he showed me, it kind of stuck with me. And you know, and then he allowed me to practice doing behind the scenes when they had video shoots. So I was able to practice, understand lighting a little bit more, and that's how it kind of molded me into who I am now. You know, so.
What's next for Jaecash, man?
Man, honestly, I just want to have my own studio. That's what I want. The next step is for me to have my own building, hopefully downtown Raleigh somewhere or downtown Charlotte. I want clients to be able to come in and have meetings, check out the studio, use different backdrops, and that's next. I thought about a selfie museum, but I just want a simple space to where I can just take my pictures, and that's the next goal in my mind, is to do that. I'm pretty good at street photography, freelancing, showing up to events, but I really want my own home where I can come in and just take my pictures, do my thing. Yeah.
Okay. You ever did the red room with the wet photos and have to hang them up? You ever did that?
Man, you know what's crazy? In high school, I never did it, but I was in a graphic design class with this guy named Mr. Monty. That was a teacher. And you know, he would have us go on there and mess with Photoshop. This is back in the day when they had the old MacBooks, 2002, 2001. And but he had a dark room, which was crazy. And it was like, yo man, we had to go through the dark room to get the sodas, because you had to, you know, he had sodas and snacks, but you had to give him $1 for the sodas. But I used to see it all the time, and I would be interested in, but I just thought it was a lot of work. So that's why I never really messed with that. But I do want to try that one day though, the darkroom photos.
What's the tell me the inspiration in the shirt?
In a shirt, man. Honestly, bro, I was just looking for something to wear to one of my shoots one day, and I went to the mall, and I got a cheap shirt made. It was a sweatshirt, it was a hoodie, and when I put it on, Media House News, my boy Trav, he was like, yo, he was like, man, that's fire. He was like, man, let me get one. And then I was like, yeah, I got you. And then I actually posted a picture of me that day filming, and it was a purple hoodie. And man, it went crazy. Like, people was like, oh, you selling hoodies, da, da, da. And I really won't, but I was just kind of like, you know what, if you want one, yeah, appreciate it, bro. Because I never really looked at myself as like a clothing designer or nothing like that. I just wanted to do something that, I just want to have something to wear while I'm working. That's it. And then people end up liking it. And I'm like, wow. And then I saw that a particular designer had a lot of models wear his clothes, and I said, that's very smart. You know, you kind of do an exchange, like, for the sweaters and the promo, and I started adding that into my repertoire or whatever, and it worked out, man. Like, you know, shout out to October, shout out to Cat, you know, all the models that wear my stuff. I appreciate y'all.
Yeah, what your diet looking like, man?
Oh, my diet.
What you be eating, man? What you be putting in your body? Because you know, sometimes when you need some shit.
I'm gonna be honest, I'm not the best person with carbs. I'm terrible with carbs, man. Like, I can't, it's like it's the curse of me, man. Like mac and cheese and bread, and I'm like, good. Like, every meal, I feel like I have to have it, and I know that, you know, if I cut on my carbs, I can get my abs back. Cause I had abs in high school, bro. Like, I was ripped, bro. Like, just from working out. Cause I was trying to make the basketball team at Broughton. I never made the team. That's how I ended up filming for the basketball team, whatever. But working out, I'm like, man, I got to get back. But it's the carbs, bro. But other than that, I do all right.
Wait, so you didn't make the basketball team?
Nah, I wasn't good enough.
Let me film y'all there. Let me film.
Yeah. They was like, yo, we're looking for, because I don't know if every high school has to do this, but you got to do like community service at certain schools. So they was like, we're looking for somebody to film the games, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, all right, cool, whatever. Y'all need a community service anyway. And I end up liking it, man. I'm like, man, I get to mess with this camera and film, getting the games free, get to eat free. So yeah, that's how I actually, well, you know what? I take that back. I did that, and I did it at my church too. I filmed the services at the church, which was wild. Seeing people catch the Holy Ghost and zooming in on them with the old cameras. Zooming in on the people in the choir stand falling asleep. Yeah, I got you. Real talk, not real, true story, bro. True story. Yeah, boy, eating them up with that, boy. They be mad because, you know, at church I went to, they had the program on Channel 10. Yeah. So whatever I filmed was on TV. So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna get you. Yeah, man.
So 10 years from now, will you see yourself at another back at a director / photographer or what?
Yeah, man. I do see myself working my skills back into film, but maybe not necessarily the one behind the camera touching all the buttons, but maybe directing, writing. I love to write. Shout out Vision 20 again. They allow me opportunities to present my scripts to them, and you know, it's an opportunity to get my material out there. If you Chance on YouTube, check out Backpage Zombie. I actually wrote that one, and I wrote another one called Jeffrey, which is a short film about a kid who keeps seeing this clown. But all horror flicks. I love horror. I've always loved horror when I was younger, so I want to engage into that arena. Actually, Jordan Peele really inspired me when he came out with Get Out, and he did The Us, and it's just like, it's unheard of to have a black director do horror and it's good. So it's always usually the roles are reversed. We're the ones dying in the films and white directors are filming it. So we get a chance to actually turn that table around, have it from a black director's perspective, and get that on film. So I know a lot of black people don't mess with horror, but I do. I love it, man. It's the bomb, man.
All right, so look, what do you tell the next young Jaecash?
Yo, man, if you're out there and you have a passion for media, film, really anything, don't allow people to tell you what will work and won't work, because nobody knows. Everybody's guessing. I'm not saying neglect your responsibilities as a teenager, as a father, as a husband or whatever, but what I am saying is don't allow people to tell you what will work and won't work. It's like, if you have a passion to do something, keep moving forward and doing it. Do it with all your heart. Do it when you don't get paid, and do it when you do get paid. When you don't get paid, do it as if you're getting paid, and that'll work out for you every single time. And hey, younger kids, 17, 16, hey, if you ain't about that life, stay away from crime. Stay away from the system. The system will jack you up. They're not playing out here.
You ever been in the system?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, I have. And it's so funny because I did good from high school until I was about 30 years old and got desperate. And then I got locked up. I'm like, how you gonna get locked up at 31? Like, what kind of sense does that make? Like, at 31, man, like, it's crazy.
What was the charge?
Conspiracy to traffic contraband cigarettes. The most unique charge in the whole, I was locked up at Edgefield, and it was the most unique charge. I can't even say that, but it's just the reaction that I got from people when I told them what it was. But there's actually more people there that was locked up for some crazier stuff. But yeah, man. Cigarettes in the military. It was so crazy. I had my ID card. I was actually out of the military, and a friend of mine, he was like, "Hey, man, you need to make some extra cash. You're getting out of the military." I was like, "Yeah, man, I need to make some extra cash." So he had his thing going and decided to let me into that thing. And long story short, I didn't realize he was like the Al Capone of cigarettes. I didn't realize he was Frank Lucas of cigarettes. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it was definitely a pivotal change in my life, because I actually got to experience just a different side of life, and it changed me forever. And I wouldn't take it back, man.
How long were you locked up for?
15 months, Fed prison. I was at Edgefield. 15 months, man. Yep. Damn. My sentencing was 24 months. But you got that halfway house time, and then they give you, 60 days or 30 days for good time, 30 days a year or something like that for good time. So I got out 15 months, did the drug program, which was, we got to do a movie on the drug program. It's hilarious.
Bro, we got to do a music on a nigga going to jail for trafficking cigarettes.
Yeah, man, it's the weirdest thing, bro, because it's like, what it is, okay, honestly, what it was, when we first started, we was going, okay, have you been to Fort Bragg, right?
Yeah.
So Bragg has like 10 or 12 stores on base. It may be more than that. And so when we first started off, it was, just a little bit here and there, you know what I'm saying? Get the little cartons, 2 cartons. They will only sell you a certain amount at each location because of how much they can get. So they can't run out, and then you come in there and so we was just going to each store buying, which isn't illegal, you know what I'm saying? It looked kind of suspect, but so he found this one particular store that would allow us to buy limited. And this is all on paperwork. This ain't nothing, this is all out there. You can look it up on the internet. So he found this one particular store. So I said to myself, all right, well, cool. You know what I'm saying? At least we don't have to drive around and you know, but I didn't think he meant to get a lot of it though. Like, you know, he started getting cases of it. And I'm like, okay, cases. It's 100 cartons in a case. So it's about 1,200 for a case. And I didn't realize that the taxes in North Carolina were different than up north. I don't smoke cigarettes, so I don't know. So it's like, there's a huge gap between that. So basically, they flagged our account. Once you get a certain amount, if you don't know this, if you buy over 10,000 cigarettes, the feds automatically flag you.
Like they flag your name?
Flag your name, they flag.
Card been keep being used.
Right, and you know on Bragg, you go in, before you can get on base, you can swipe your card, and then you have to swipe your military ID once you purchase anything on Bragg. So they're gonna flag you, they flagged this. And the last time I went, the last trip I went, it was so crazy, man. This dude got a U-Haul truck, and he was just like, man, I'll be right back. Went in there, and him and the other, I told him, I said, man, you sure that store manager isn't a part of this? Because this is kind of weird that they just letting you buy whatever you want. No, it's okay, it's okay. And I'm like, all right. So it goes in there, and they just start throwing damn cases in the back of the U-Haul, bro. I'm like, oh my God. I said, what the fuck? Reason I'm allowed to tell you this is because he's the one that ended up telling on me. According to the Eastern District, I am the kingpin, not him, because of what he said. Yep, that's how it went down. Little did I know about law, little did I know about the feds and how they convict people. They want to keep that percentage high. If they feel any friction, and a lot of young guys don't know this, they don't fight fair. They don't fight fair at all, man. So here I am, a guy who's never been charged with anything, who's never been in prison or anything, about to get a felony and go to prison because somebody else said it was me, and it was my idea, and it was all me. Yeah, man, that's how it turned out. It's crazy. So I cut the story short, but it's a little bit more in between those that's interesting that would make a good movie, though.
Bro, that shit is a movie.
Yeah, it is, man. It is. When I got to prison, they was like, man, you know, because you know they check your paperwork, make sure you ain't no snitch, and make sure you ain't dealing with no kids or nothing like that. And then you're allowed to mingle with whoever you want to mingle with. And they was like, man, you don't even belong in here. You know what I'm saying? I was like, that's fucked up. Like that he did that. I say, yeah, man. When people get desperate, they don't wanna face the consequences. And I actually met a guy there that knew him, and he had did that to several other people to get his name cleared. So, yep, that's karma on him. So that's why I can smile now, man. I done did my time and went through my little drug classes. And the whole time I sat in there, I thought to myself, I was like, man, I can't do film, I can't do nothing. And I thank God I couldn't, because it gave me a passion and a drive now that I wouldn't have had if I never would have went, you know. Got to meet some people, got to make my business plan and ideas, and I just had time to sit there and think. So, yeah, it worked out for the best. All right, this is Jaecash, and you tuned in to Wallydtv. Hit that subscribe button.